Hi, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Zach.
Hall, how are you?
That's supposed to be hello, how are you?
I don't know. What would you do? Wait, start it again. Start again. Go ahead. Hi, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Zach. I don't know. I got
See? It's not easy, is it? Anyway, I'm leaving that in just for posterity. Hi, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. As we mentioned on our Sunday video, which came out a day late because it should have been a Saturday video, but you don't care.
We were at Disney having fun.
Yeah, we were at Disney doing things. This is kind of like a little mishmash haul video. We went to Disney several times this week, and we got a whole bunch
several. We mean two.
No, we were there Wednesday night. We were there all day Thursday. And we were back on Saturday. So, yeah, we went several times. We were in Hollywood Studios. We were in Epcot. And we were in Animal Kingdom. So,
yes.
Yeah, so we were in a bunch of different places on a bunch of different days. Very crowded. Very, very crowded this past week.
Very annoyingly crowded.
Yeah, but still had a great time. So, let's see. Oh, we were in focus, aren't we? I'm just going to do this real quick. Boop. Make sure I don't know. All right, let's just get right down to it. So every Thursday they release new pins at Walt Disney World. This Thursday was no exception. I picked up this lovely Minnie Mouse emerald bit here. This is part of the 20th anniversary pin trading night, which the dates of that have been announced for August 22nd and 23rd.
He's trying to tell you the wrong dates so you don't get tickets.
Right. We did confirm at pin trading night with Kim that the 7th and 8th piece of this set will be released in August for the pin trading.
And she did mention to try and ensure that everyone has a chance to get them, you will be limited to one per person.
Yeah. For the completer piece of this, the centerpiece, you will only be able to order one of them on your RSP for that event. So if you don't get in, that's a nice way of saying that if you don't get into the event, they are trying to make sure that those will eventually make it to the park so that you can get your completer for that. So we started off in Wednesday night over at Epcot, and we did a pin challenge with Mr. David, Mr. Ian, which will be coming up soon on this channel and on their channel. It was a slight variation of the one that we did with the Leffersons and the Mouse Diva, and it is we based this one off of the 11 characters that you found on the Epcot Food and Wine pin set from last year. So there's 11 characters, blah, blah, blah. However, we did get to meet Mr. David and Mr. Ian, who we had never met before. They were lovely people. And they brought us a tin of biscuits, which is perhaps the most British thing I've ever said in my life. Unless I were to say, I
insert British stereotypes here.
I left my flat and took the lift down to catch a lorry to go get my tin of biscuits before I ran into the Bobby on the boulevard. Is boulevard?
Boulevard is not distinctly British.
Yeah, and the cats love it. All right, so this is an interesting tin of biscuits here. It's best before August 19th, 2020. So we have to eat these soon. I don't know quite what this is. Your Great... The cat doesn't know what they are either. It's called Your Great Britain, and we probably should have asked about this. Like, what is all this? Haggis hurling, the pineapple. It seems like it's... what are you doing? It seems like it's like one of those maps that you would find, of roadside attractions and stuff. I think that's like this bog snorkeling championship. I'm pretty sure I've seen that on The Amazing Race. Great. In the UK's smallest house and whatever. Anyway, it's adorable. It's cute. Do you want to open it and see what the biscuits look like? The biscuits look like? Ooh.
So we have
some kind of
oat and honey. Chocolate chunk.
You can have those. And this one is
not labeled. Mystery flavor.
The mystery flavor. Well, it looks like maybe some kind of toffee or peanut butter. Probably peanut butter. It's very peanut. Did you want a biscuit?
Not right now. I'm holding a cat.
Okay. Does the cat want a biscuit? No.
Buzz, do you want a biscuit?
Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. David, Mr. Ian. We appreciate that. We are horrible Americans and did not bring you a gift when we were there.
They're coming back. We can bring them something on their next trip.
We will have to get them something on their next trip. So we did the pin challenge. That was that evening, and then we left there and went over to the Dahlia Lounge where we had some cocktails in the evening. Had a great time at the Dahlia Lounge hanging out with them. Thursday morning, we got up very early. Well, not very early. We got up. We were in Hollywood Studios parking lot at
7:30-ish.
7:30-ish. We were in the parking lot, got through security, and we're in on Hollywood Boulevard by 7:40. So maybe a little before 7:30 in the parking lot. Regardless, we were inside the park with 20 minutes or so to spare before the opening. To spare? It sounded like I said despair. To spare before the
20 minutes of, well, it might have been 20 minutes of despair if we hadn't gotten a boarding group.
So, and this is the Rise of the Resistance thing over there. I've tried this twice now. Both times I've gotten the first boarding group of the day. There's a method to do this, which is really boring, that you don't really care about. Just the highlights of it are, don't launch the app until the last possible minute. So like at 7:59, if the park opens at 8, don't launch your Disney app until then. And then once you have launched your Disney app, don't tap on the find out more about the Rise of the Resistance thing until your clock on your phone ticks to 8. As soon as it ticks to 8, click on that, and your boarding group, join the boarding group, should turn red. If it doesn't turn red, sit there for a second or two. Don't freak out and go back, because that's where a lot of people make their mistake. They go back and then they get into a refresh cycle that loses them. So yeah, just wait for that thing to turn red. As soon as it hits red, make sure you're ready to pick your group. Make sure you've got, because it's just like a fast pass group, you got to pick your group and hit continue to go on. That's a whole lot of words that nobody really cares about, but the point is, we got to ride Rise of the Resistance. My second time, your first time. What do you think?
I am not at all a Star Wars fan, and it's a very visually interesting ride.
Yeah.
There is a lot going on.
Yes.
And I know you said on your second ride you were noticing things that you didn't see on your first. So.
Yeah. And the sad part, please don't hate me on this because this sounds like a horrible sentence, but the sad part is that being the first group on both times, we really didn't get to see the queue. We kind of walked straight in and were immediately put into the briefing room with Ray and BB-8. So we didn't really get to spend a lot of time in the queue to see any of the things that they have set up out there, which there's a lot of theming in that place. And it is clearly set up for a very long queue, because just with a completely empty queue following the cast member in, it still took 2 or 3 minutes to walk the entire thing. But yeah, so we rode Rise of the Resistance. That was great. And then we had the rest of the day to do some pin trading and whatnot. Anything of interest on that day was probably this. We ran into this pin over at Epcot. Because
I picked this up at Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah, okay, true. So show that for. Well, I already held this up. Let me just finish this. I found this over at Epcot. This is called the Center for Living Well Family Healthcare. This is I'll read you what it says on the back here. It is created especially for Walt Disney World cast members. Center of Living Well Family Healthcare 2008. This was the opening of their healthcare center for the cast members. This was just on a pin cone
outside Test Track. Outside
of Test Track. One of the cast members was holding it and whatnot. So this is probably the coolest find I've found just on a pin board somewhere at Walt Disney World.
You see a lot of the same things on the pin lanyards and boards in the parks, but occasionally you do come across something really fun.
Yeah. So go ahead. So you got...
So on the new pin release day of Thursday, I picked up this year's President's Day pin. Continuing on from last year, it features Gonzo.
Gonzo the Great.
Yes. Yeah. Last year's featured Piggy and Kermit, so I'm wondering if there's a theme here.
Ooh, we'll see next year.
Great moments in history.
Yeah. And speaking of the Muppets, we ate over at the Regal Eagle Barbecue at America. I disagree with the review that said that the ribs were no good. I had the American platter, which had the beef, the ribs, and the sausage on it. All of them were really good. I had a great time there. That was a very good restaurant. I plan to go back.
It's very. I want to go back and just take a look at the theming, because there's a lot of nods to the Muppets in there because it's Muppet themed.
Yeah, each little section has a cook-off entry from one of the Muppets or a pair of the Muppets, and then Sam the Eagle is the judge, and so he writes up a little thing about their barbecue, and it has like the real products in it, like the gold barbecue, which is the mustard barbecue sauce that they have available. It's really well done.
I will say, it is a bit on the pricier side for a quick service meal.
Yeah.
but it's good. It was worth it.
Mobile order is available for that, however, was not available the day we were there. So I don't know if that's just it's not available temporarily until they get,
until the
swing of
initial
things.
rush dies down.
Yeah. All right. Previously, we had told you about some of the Park Pals that we had gotten in the park, and there are 2 Park Pals that were park exclusives and a single park exclusive. So the Orange Bird Park Pal was only available in the Magic Kingdom, and the Figment Park Pal was only available at Epcot. Somehow, somebody changed something, because when we were at Hollywood Studios, we saw both of them. Whoa, we just lost a cat.
Oh.
We saw both of them on the board inside the pin store there. So these are the 2 Park Pals, the Figment and the Orange Bird. We confirmed later when we were at Epcot, when we were coming out through the International Gateway, they were both also available there. And then Saturday at Animal Kingdom, they were... Figment was available there. The Orange Bird was not. So I don't know if it sold out or if it just never was available there. We're not entirely sure. So that was pretty much that. On Saturday when we went to Animal Kingdom... no, wait, actually, there's one more thing. We painted over the mural over at Epcot Flower and Arts and Crafts Festival. So this was the...
Hashtag Arts No Crafts.
This is the Figment thing that we got to paint. We were there really late in the mural's life because there was very few spots left for us to paint. So we had to search around quite a bit to find them. But it's still fun. That's probably going to be gone by the time this video comes out.
Yeah, because the festival ends Monday.
Yeah, ended Monday. Because today is Wednesday. So there we go. So we were at Animal Kingdom on Saturday with some friends of ours, Taylor and Babalu, and I will tell you, Animal Kingdom has had their pin trading game on point lately because, and I didn't get close-ups of all of these. I just want to there was a pin board up near the beginning that had a bunch of the new... the Thumper, these are all current Hidden Mickey pins. So the Thumper and the Flower were off the current sets. This Tiana is off of one of their little princess sets. This Elena of Alvalor pin was a recent pin. And this Dodger Completer and Max Hidden Mickey Doghouse pin right there. That all, they didn't all come off the board, but those all came from Animal Kingdom on Saturday, just off the pin board and different things. And you actually got...
I picked up...
off the pin board.
The pin board.
Yeah.
I got this Cinderella...
No, it's Tinkerbell.
Or Cinderella.
Tinkerbell, Cinderella, same thing.
I got this Tinkerbell pin.
Yes.
Here it is.
Yeah, these were handed out during the Year of a Million Dreams or whatnot. You had to be gifted this pin by a cast member. I think we were given one by Kylie, Crazy Kylie 14, on a previous trade because she had collected them on her cruise ship. But yeah, these were pins that you couldn't buy. You had to have gotten gifted them during that year. But go ahead.
And then I also picked up, this is just an open edition pin. You can buy it at Animal Kingdom. But this is the Simba Disney Conservation Fund pin, and his head actually swivels back and forth. Yeah. I think it's $12 or $13. Less discount. Yeah. And then 10% of the proceeds go to the Disney Conservation Fund, which is their fund for protecting wildlife around the world. So it's cute. Yeah. And the open edition pins are the ones you buy because they're cute and you want to keep them. So
yeah, that's kind of the whole point, right? Is that open edition pins will always be better than the ones that you trade because they're ones that they're meant to be souvenirs. And then your limited editions are just plays on the open editions with some additional elements. And obviously limited. So there you go. That was kind of our haul at Disney World for
the week.
Yeah, Thursday and Wednesday, Thursday, and
Saturday.
Thank you to Mr. David, Mr. Ian for doing the pin challenge with us. If you haven't checked out Mr. David, Mr. Ian's channel, make sure you go check them out. They're a couple of Disney vloggers from the UK that do their park series, and they go all the time. It's crazy. I don't, having recently priced out tickets to go to the UK, I don't know how they do it. But they do for your enjoyment. So there you go.
If you like what we do here on this channel, click the thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell everyone you like our video.
Also, make sure you click on the subscribe button if you want to keep up with what we're doing around here. And if you want to reach out to us on the socials, the information is down below in the doobly-doo.
If you have any comments, you can leave them.
Yeah, we will reply to them eventually. No, we try to reply to them pretty quickly and whatnot. So, hey, until next time.
See you real soon.